It's Friday, y'all. It's Friday. It's Friday in the town. So you know what's going down. Let me stop. I really didn't want to finish that bar, but you know, YTGs, 716. All my people, friend or foe. Everybody that be excited when I be going live. Everybody that tune in when I be going live. What's the word? What's shaking? What's shaking? There's a lot going on, y'all. There's a lot going on. Especially the past couple days, man. I'll tell you. And they say Buffalo is boring. There's never nothing going on in the town. Man. Man, listen, the town was on fire. No pun intended. Shout out to Canada. Shout out Canada. But it's a lot going on in the town, y'all. And not everything is drama based. You heard? I'm really not even sure where I want to start. I'm really not sure where to begin. But you know what? It's a lot to discuss, y'all. All right, yo, let me stop being all cinematic. Let me just get right to it. Shout out to the ladies. Most important. Shout out to the beautiful ladies that tune in to listen to Sun speak. Shout out to the bros. Shout out to the bros that be tapping in. Shout out to the content creators, the rappers, the singers, comedians, the dancers. Shout out to everybody doing fashion. Shout out to everybody cooking. Yo, shout out to everybody with a hustle. There's a lot of people out here who lack it. They can talk about it, but when it's time to like execute, I don't know, man, cold feet, hesitation, I don't know, you fill in the blank. But you better get to it, It was a wild day. Matter of fact, it was a wild couple days on Facebook, man. Like, I don't really want to. Tonight, I'm not really going to like deep dive. But first, I just want to say I'm happy that them girls were found. Them young girls that were missing, that we seen all over Facebook. I don't care. First and foremost, I'm happy that they're found and they're safe. You can take that how you want to take that. But they were missing. And as far as I know right now, they're with their moms. So that's a blessing. You heard, especially in Buffalo in 2026. Women and children left and right going missing. And it ain't nothing funny about that at all, especially being a man. But, you know, for the past couple of days, the timeline has been talking. But the timeline in the beginning, it was all love, you know? Young girl was missing. People really weren't asking, you know, people were asking the right questions. Wasn't no games being played, you know what I mean? Especially when we just had an incident where they told us that a young lady was missing. And she was pregnant, and somewhere in the midst of that, a lot of miscommunication happened. And, you know, even though she was found safe, there's, you know, people still feel a certain type of way about that particular situation. Once again, anytime anybody is like, their face is on a flyer saying missing and they're found, yo, I'm happy for that. Clap for that. But, you know, the young girls were missing for quite some time. The parents did the right thing. However you feel about that, that's on you. You got to deal with that. But I'm telling you, the parents did the right thing. Did they move out of emotion and probably made a few mistakes? Of course they did. Of course they did. They were looking for the babies, you heard? I'd do the same. I'm not a parent, but I most definitely would do the same. But, you know, the internet is going to do what the internet does after a while. And all these theories started popping up and everything. And let me just say that I'm, no disrespect, but I really wasn't like emotionally invested in like the conspiracy as everybody else was, you know? I get it. Some of y'all have some ties to the situation, so it might be personal for you. I trust, I understand, but I'm watching from afar. I'm watching from my phone, you know. But like I said, a few theories were starting to get out there about why these girls left, and it got ugly. It got ugly and nasty. But still, the parents were doing what the parents were supposed to do, and they were, man, pleading, making videos, asking for help, asking for, you know, anything to be done to help the situation. And of course, you know, with a situation like that, you got outsiders who are gonna offer their 2 cents, which it's not helping anybody. It ain't helping anybody, even if it is on social media. So what? Shut up. You know, I wanted to say something, but you know what? It's a time and a place. And sometimes you just gotta know when to shut up. And of course, like I said, emotions were high to the point where the two mothers were going back and forth, which caused, you know, more spectators to, you know, put in their 2 cents that really can't buy anything. But it is what it is, I guess. But, you know, they found the girls. And like I said, I'm happy for that. Happy for the